stunning controversy today as Fox News, the defender of family values, is forced to admit today they don't know what a family is. And once again, Tim Walz is at the center of their confusion. It's not surprising Fox is puzzled. Walz seemed to come out of nowhere when Harris picked him as a running mate, but he instantly became a smash hit. Trump's choice of J.D. Vance was telegraphed beforehand, and it is a continuing train wreck. It's a disaster served on chipped beef. Republicans, as we know, are manly men in a world where there's only two God-given genders. So they chose the guy who wears eyeliner. Democrats, on the other hand, are a bunch of snowflakes and sissies, as is evidenced by their choice of a card-carrying union member football coach who fixes his own 1979 International Harvester Scout SUV. So, needless to say, the right wing has been looking to trash Tim Walz from the moment he was selected. And of course, it has a little to do with the fact that it was Tim Walz who came up with labeling J.D. Vance and Donald Trump as weird, a characterization they now can't escape from. So the first attack was Tim Walz's stolen valor. Yeah, no. Then it was he put tampons in boys' bathrooms. That turned out not to be true as well. And it sure was an interesting accusation to make, given the Republican presidential candidate was sporting feminine hygiene products. But then the controversies became more substantive. Tim Walz was petting and taking a photo op with the wrong dog. And another really big one, that he is abusive to his son Gus, as is demonstrated by the way Walz yanked on him on the stage of the DNC. And yeah, that was debunked too, when another camera angle showed that what Tim Walz was doing was preventing Gus from walking smack dab into a teleprompter. But the Trump campaign finally hit gold with Tim Walz. Pure and unadulterated campaign gold. It turns out Tim Walz's own brother is not going to vote for him. Now, this information has totally doomed Walz's political persona, because he is the only person in America who has a sibling on the opposite side of the political spectrum. The Democrats have scoured every database they can find, and sure enough, there are only 23 families in all of America who have siblings that disagree on politics. Not only that, but Walz's brother has promised to dish dirt on Timmy Boy. And I do mean boy, because it turns out that Walz's brother has information that when he was a kid going on a family trip, Tim Walz threw up in the car. So much for the manly man. But it gets even worse for Walsh. It turns out the entire family is for Trump and against Walsh, and here's the evidence to prove it. This photo of Tim Walz's family is making its way around social media, and here is how you can tell that they are high school teacher Tim Walz's family. They don't know how to use an apostrophe. Yes, in this day of proven Russian propaganda operations working on a large scale in America, it turns out all is not what it seems. So for further clarification, let's go to the fair and unbalanced news station, Faux News.
Cooler. Let's bring in Fox News host Julie Banderas. They say blood's thicker than water, but Tim Walz's family in Nebraska won't be bleeding blue this November. His cousins put out this photo wearing Walz for Trump shirts, and Trump reposted it saying he looks forward to meeting them all soon. We have to be completely transparent. These are third cousins of the Walz guy. Does it still count?
Yeah, it does.
Phew. I was scared there for a moment that it wouldn't count. Question. Who on that set is more masculine? Just asking because, gender is gender. But let's get further into this controversy and get clarification from Fox.
Even Walz's family. Democrat vice presidential nominee Tim Walz in the spotlight now as his family appears to be endorsing Trump. This photo of his family members, extended family, they're wearing shirts that read, Nebraska Walz's for Trump. It's gone viral. Fox News spoke with them, and they said they consider themselves distant relatives of Walz as they've never met or spoken to him. So are they his family or not?
Okay, full disclosure here. I'm a distant family member of Maria Bartiromo. Yes, she comes from the Mussolini branch of the family, while I stem from the Antonio Gramsci branch. But somewhere back there, we're in the same tribe. So even Fox is compelled to admit that yet another Tim Walz controversy is BS, or as they say in Minnesota, lutefisk waste product. What isn't BS, though, is that Tim Walz has always fought for the rights of everyday people, the middle class, and marginalized people. He was an LGBTQ plus ally in the days before it was safe to be an LGBTQ plus ally. He has never stopped fighting for his country, for his family, for the rights of everyone. And that is something the right wing cannot handle. I'm Anthony Vincent Gallo for Occupy Democrats.